time again, ladies and gentlemen. Graphs are off the boat. You know, only means that one thing. We're going for a long travel. Here we go. We are taking off for the second Bassmaster Northern Open, Lake Oneida. First time ever being to New York, I think. And first time obviously going to be at Oneida, so let's hit the road. We're going to try and dodge Chicago here, so we got about a 12-hour drive. Overall, it's going to be about a 23-hour drive. We're going to break it up, see how far we get. So here we go. So, Lake Oneida. Unfortunately, for this event, compared to the James River, I'll be straight up honest with everybody, we've got a little to a lot less information for myself. Haven't had time to look up YouTube videos, all this other stuff. If you guys follow me on all my social media, you'd know my wife and I welcomed our first child, my son Hudson, into the world 3 weeks ago. And 3 weeks ago from when we were leaving here. And so life's been crazy, work's been crazy, and I haven't had time to sit down and watch YouTube videos, stuff like that. So I'm gonna have to do research on the fly while I'm out there. I know there's a great population of smallmouth, a great population of largemouth. Both can play and both can win at certain times of the year, from what I've heard from people, and you know, just the elites and all the other major bass fishing organizations have been to Oneida before. So I'm excited to get out there. We got a couple new additions to the team here this year, or I should say for this event. On the first event, you saw me use my 1997 Skeeter, the old Red Rocket. She has been retired, and a week or so after the James River event, I was able to go and pick up my 2022 Skeeter. Shout out to Kovash Marine for helping me get that secured and stuff like that. It took forever with the post-pandemic economy that we're in or whatever, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Going into the beginning of this year, I figured I was just going to go for largemouth, but if the weather holds up nice and I can get offshore a little bit, I think we're going to play around with a little bit of both. Not sure how the tournament's going to hold out or not, but Kent's going to be coming into the video a little bit later. He's actually down in Iowa right now. He qualified last year for the Minnesota Bass Nation Regional. I'm not sure what lake, or if he's on the Mississippi. I think it's on Mississippi River down in Iowa. So shout out to him. Hope he has a good event. He'll be coming in Saturday or something like that. So our first day of practice, we'll get in Tuesday afternoon. First day of practice will be on Wednesday for us, and he'll be actually fishing the tournament Thursday, Friday. So hope he kicks some butt. So let's get on the road. Let's get some miles behind us. Good morning. Not much to report yesterday. Not much to report at all. We are somewhere in Ohio. I don't know if we're past Columbus, to Columbus, something like that. But shout out to my aunt and uncle, Dana and Tash, for letting me crash at their place last night. Literally just pulled into their driveway at like 12:30, 1 o'clock. Parked the truck, slept in the truck till about 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, something like that. Now we're at the gas station, got a little coffee, got a little donut for a pick-me-up, because we've driven about an hour since then, need some gas. And according to my map, we should be getting in about 1:30, 2 o'clock to Oneida Shores Campground. So I'm not sure how much filming we're gonna do. We're gonna do some filming when we get to the campground, but otherwise it's just traffic and stuff. So ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived. Got checked in by the camp host. Guy was super nice. But here we are. Not too shabby. Literally is just a parking spot with a couple of hookups. But we're gonna get the tent unloaded, put it back somewhere in there. Got a couple other fishing guys staying here. Denny Fiedler, you guys seen him from other videos. Fished with him when I was fishing Colleen, but he's staying here. at least for a couple days. And I think Kent Mittelstaedt's going to be down in here somewhere too. So Kenny and I are going to be close together. But get in here. Hopefully this tent doesn't take me very long. It's a little warm out. We're going to get the stuff, get the mini fridge rolling, get all the food as much as we can in the fridge, and go from there. So here we go, setup time. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, day 2, or officially like day 1. Yesterday I did not plan to practice, so my practice, day 1. And yeah, we still got to order a map card or see if there's like some kind of outfitter store or something down here that would sell the map card. Got to buy it, so I'm a little leery about making some runs up and down the lake just for the fact that, I don't know, there's islands and stuff out here. But a little apprehensive. But we're gonna have to if we want to go anywhere. So I think we're gonna stick to shallow, see if we can find some smallmouth or largemouth shallow. I have found some cool things just like riding around like this, technically scanning. I always have my side scan and down scan on, and so we're just driving around here. Ate a Pop-Tart, getting ready. Slept in. It is 8:30, 8 o'clock by the time I got out of the tent. So 2 hours after when I really wanted to be out here, but I was exhausted from last night. So we're gonna get out here. I marked some stuff up on my phone that's kind of like off the beaten path a little bit. We're gonna go see if we can plink around those and see what we can find. It says 3-mile-an-hour wind, and it just got slow rollers, so that's how you know you're on a pretty big lake. So we might just go shallow. I'm not sure what's gonna happen. So run up and see if we can't find some fish. So there's me blabbing for 2 minutes, but it'll be interesting. I think from the vegetation I saw yesterday, if there's fish in them, that is, if there's fish in them, that might suit my style a little bit more instead of doing this offshore stuff, but we'll see.
So I stuck with that game plan all day on my first day of practice. I went in the back nooks and crannies. We went underneath bridges, underneath roads, trying to find anywhere where there's a fish back off the main lake or off the beaten path to where I could maybe run around in the tournament, find 5 sneaky largemouth, and just get away from where all the crowds were. And if the wind was to ever come up, it wouldn't be that big of a problem because I wouldn't have to deal with that on the main lake. Unfortunately, as you'll find out here, it was not something that really panned out for me on the first day, and I was only able to get a couple bites doing all of this, but it would have been really sweet and it would have fit my style perfectly.
Snuck into this little bitty thing. Don't know if there's any fish in it, but it's pretty cool. Luckily, you got a hydraulic jack plate. We were able to put the motor all the way down. And the only thing that bumped was the camera. So let's see if we catch one here. No! No! That was a good fish. Made it. And the GoPro wasn't working. But look at this. Finally got a fish. And big old 1 ounce swagger tungsten weight, punching some thick vegetation. Punched probably 50-60 yards of it. Didn't get a single bite. Pull up next to a dock and a pontoon. Didn't even hit the bottom, goes dunk. Let's see how much he weighs. Almost 2.5, bigger than I actually thought. Oh my gosh. What the heck just happened there? What the heck? What? Look at that. Decided to go a little offshore fishing. First spot to try. First drop. One of, if not my biggest fish on Oneida. 3-pounder. 3-pounder, and I don't know if she was spawning or just got done spawning, because look at this. Tail's all beat up, skinny. Let's freaking go. Ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up day 1 for me. Oh. 2 largemouth bang bang. And before that I spent freaking, I don't know how many hours, a long time before I got a bite. So we're gonna go in, we gotta run to town, and there's a Runnings nearby that has that map card that I need. That way I can run around the lake a little bit more safely instead of just using the one that's on my Humminbird here. I don't want to run into a few of those islands or anything. So we're gonna run to town and get that, and we're gonna get to bed early, gonna get a shower, get to bed early, and hopefully get up with that 5:30, 6 o'clock tomorrow instead of getting on the water by 8. So day 1 in the books. See what tomorrow holds in store for us. Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Day 2 of my official practice here. And yeah, did not find much on the first day and a half or whatever. I woke up earlier today on the water, like 2.5 hours earlier than yesterday. That's always a good start. Got some coffee in me this morning. Got a map card now so I can see. And luckily we got it because according to my map right now, there's a couple islands and like shoal thingies or just shallow water basin areas that were not on the map before. And they're showing up now. So we're gonna make a big run down the lake. We're gonna fish some new areas and just see if we can find some more of them little RGs. That's what I want to go for. Largies aren't as prevalent in this lake is what I'm learning from people, but you can get some big ones. So enough of me talking, let's get back. Let's get some fishing done, huh? Didn't know what it was. It's so pale. Little humpback. 2 1/4. There we go. Took a long time to get one, but oh. This is why people come to New York. Not this little of one, but use the 360 to see a rock, the Mega Live to throw exactly on it, and boat was basically sitting on top of it. There we go, a smallmouth. Not really my game, and it's really, really small on an isolated rock. Tons of rock out here, but this one was a little bit bigger. So, I don't know. Look at that one. Finally a smallie. Midday update. It's hot. Got 1 bluegill and 1 tiny smallmouth. Trying this offshore thing. Yeah. So much rock. So, I don't know, the 1 smallmouth I got was an isolated boulder, so I did scan around for half an hour. Found what I thought to be some other like bigger, there's not like giant rock that I found very briefly that I couldn't find any in a small area out here in the frickin' middle. Haven't found any like giant rock, but I marked some that were a little bit bigger than the rest of them, and fished it, tied on a big crankbait, Carolina rig, drop shotted stuff, and nothing. So we're not gonna stay out here and mess around. We're gonna run for some shallow largemouth again and see what we can find. Way upriver, trying for largemouth, catch a freaking smallie on a square bill. Look at that. Just smoked it. Ouch. hook. He's not coming off. Not a giant by any means, but it's nice to get a bite way up here in the frickin' boonies. Just as good as almost any largemouth. I only got one other largemouth bigger than this. 2.5 pounds. Good river smallie. Camera just died before this happened. So 2.5. There's a tree down here and I want to check it out before I switch over to a deeper diving crankbait because I think I had another smallie follow me. There's a tree down here and I see fish swimming around in it and they're diving for it, they're missing, they're diving for it. Finally got a thing lined up, my homemade jig, fluttering it down there, and I was like suspending it and shaking it, and this one comes up and just smokes it, and there's like 3 or 4 down there. That's pretty sick. What in the freaking world? Oh my gosh. Squarebill, shallow, walleyes. Holy crap. Nothing like a couple baby morning doves to make you poop your pants on an afternoon. Now my third one on the buzzbait, the camera died or got too hot, so I had to take it off a little bit. We are way back in the boonies here. Almost 4 o'clock, sun's high. Steep bank here with some grass next to it. These are not fish that are winning a tournament, that's for sure, out here. Two and a quarter. Won't win you a tournament on Oneida. Might not even get you paid, but you gotta try and see if there's some of these bigger residential largemouth. And I'm so far back here, maybe nobody will come back and try them out and see if we can get something dialed. But 2 pounder. Having any luck?
Couple of nice Rockies, no bass yet today.
What'd you say?
Couple of nice Rockies, but no bass.
You keeping fish or what?
Yeah.
You want a walleye?
Never turned down a walleye. But I think actually rock bass about this size today.
Nice. I got one in the box if you want it.
Sure.
I was gonna keep it, and then it's already almost 6 o'clock, and I don't want to have to run to the store and get a knife just for one.
appreciate that. Thank you.
No problem. Oops, sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
Oh, well, I think that's where we're gonna end it. Yeah, didn't get all the fish catches on camera. It said it was too hot, which it was hot today, but it said it was too hot, so we missed a few buzzbait fish, but I think I got 7 fish total. Probably would have come out to like 11 pounds, which is poopy. And I think I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 Cast King rod and reel combos on the deck today. That means only like 3 or 4 are still in the frickin' box. So not dialed at all. Yeah, I don't know. So tomorrow we're gonna do kind of the same thing. There's one other spot that I want to look at that's like kind of off the wall, get off, you know, the main lake kind of thing, and try that for largemouth. And if that doesn't work, we're gonna have to get behind the graph and start scanning offshore, either for largemouth or smallmouth. I think there's a mixture of both out there. So not exactly what I wanted to do. I want to see at targets, throw at targets, since I don't know. I'm still having a hard time trust my electronics, just for the simple fact that I don't know. There's nothing wrong with them. It's me not having enough experience getting behind them and then just like trusting them to, and then fish move and all that other stuff. So whatever. I really like fishing shallow, seeing visible targets, throwing to them, buzzbait, stuff like that, flipping, that kind of thing. So, but we tried. We got a few fish. We got a few. Eliminated a lot of water, which is half the battle here. You don't have to go out here and just stack them every day, but we learned some things, and we'll get after it tomorrow. See you then, if you're still watching. Day 3. Woo. Was planning to be out like the second boat out of camp this morning, but had to upload the James River tournament video finally. So if you guys are watching, haven't seen that, go ahead and check that out. Kenny and I are doing a series where we film everything. I'm editing it, coming out with it. So today we're gonna make one long run again, one largemouth inshore off the main lake largemouth thing I want to try, and then we're just gonna have to give up and go offshore, because I don't know, I should have been able to get some sort of a bite going up shallow, confident, but for some reason in these great, I just don't know if there's a great largemouth population in here or not. I'm not sure. If it's not, it explains why I went to some of the juiciest areas and found so many fish, or weeds and good stuff, blah blah blah, no fish. Oh. There are bass in here. You guys don't know how much a pound bass means to me right now. And somebody's caught this guy before, because he's got a hole in his mouth. Not only does this not get skunked, but I was starting to think that there's actually like no bass that live in this crap. And there's one. A couple pickerel and one, but none in the lily pads, stuff like that. This is a steep bank off a road, and you can hear the traffic with weeds sticking up in the buzzbait. So Not gonna help for the tournament, but it gives me a little hope that we pick some spot where that bass actually lives. Oh, two just like that. So I actually casted, buzzbait hit the water, scared the fish. So there's like a boil, and then, look at that. And then like 3 cranks in, it just goes, again, I'm not even gonna drop a waypoint here because they're not big enough, but there's a couple bass that live here.
Can you mark them on traditional sonar, 2D?
Yeah, I can drive over top of them. I can see it now, my 360 is working. I'll just throw down there and see.
Did you mark the spot already? Yeah, come
Dude!
That's like the most...
Dude! It hit the bottom, bro.
Are you recording?
But yeah, ding, ding. Oh my gosh, dude. I should probably go, but I want to try and catch another one. Look at that one. Well, that's where we're ending today. 2 little largemouth and a big smallmouth. 3.5, 4 pounds, whatever it weighed. Yeah. We got a lot of rods on the deck again, and then we did catch perch and stuff. So what I'm finding out is, I'm like, oh my gosh, the smallmouth are just loaded on this spot. Throw out there, sure enough, first one you catch is a smallmouth. I think, oh my gosh, this is gonna be every cast. Well, come to find out, thanks to Kent, their perch. That kind of concludes my venture shallow. There might be a couple other spots I want to try here, but pretty much that's it. So that's why we stopped at an offshore spot and caught a big smallmouth right away. But it's not that easy as go out to an offshore spot, drop down, catch smallmouth. Like, it's not that easy. You guys are just gonna have to dial in those areas even better. So, but on the positive side, tomorrow you get to see Kent. He's gonna get into camp tonight in probably 2.5, 3 hours. He's gonna get in tonight. On I'm not sure how much he covered it, but he was down in Iowa fishing the Minnesota Bass Nation Regional Championship. I can't remember what place he did. Hopefully he fills you in on that. But yeah, he's going from one tournament to another, being on the road for 2-3 weeks here or whatever it is. So he'll be coming in tonight, getting camp set up, and we're gonna be dissecting Lake Oneida together. So stay tuned for that. See you tomorrow. All right, day 4. So yesterday we decided we're gonna not really ditch, but not focus as much on the shallow game. So we're out here scanning. We're not in 30, 40 feet of water. We're like 15 to 5, depending on where we're at. Scanning around, and I'm just literally looking for inconsistencies in the grass, I believe it is. I don't know what kind of grass. I just know it looks like grass on the map. And either there's a clump of weeds there, or there's no weeds there, or there's lots of weeds. I don't know. Not sure what we're even really looking for, but we're marking some inconsistencies. Getting one every now and then. So yeah, I don't know how much of the video you'll see of me sitting here scanning. Kent getting out today, I'm excited about that. He got into camp last night about 10 o'clock. So he's gonna get out, and the official Road to Pro crew is here. And we're going to See if we can break down. I think he's going to go a little bit different approach than I am, but we'll see which one is more productive.
What's going on, guys? It is practice day number 1 here on Lake Oneida for the Bassmaster Northern Open. Just got here last night, pulled in about 11 o'clock, and got up this morning at 5, and we're grinding already. So coming off a week of fishing already, I kind of enjoy it because I'm already in the swing of things. I'm already getting up early every day, and just keep the momentum going. And yeah, it's fun having back-to-back tournaments, I think. So game plan today is kind of take a look around at some of the history I have out here. I've fished here 2 other open tournaments in the past, so I've got quite a few days of practicing on this body of water, and for the most part it's smallmouth dominated fishery. So that's what I like to do. So I'm super excited to go out and catch some smallmouth. Probably spend a lot of my day behind the wheel, just driving around, looking at things on my electronics, and yeah, we'll go from there. We'll see what we can find, and kind of make a game plan after I see what the lake's looking like. So stay tuned. I'll check back with you later.
Three hours later.
Should work.
Put it up. Give it a whirl.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
No problem. I'm gonna look at the sandbar as long as I'm over here.
Could be looks like something you should throw a hair jig on.
Yep.
After I finished scanning, we decided to try and fish some of my spots. There was I didn't have any swim bait hooks. I don't throw swim baits very often, and Kenny was around the area, and he actually came over and let me borrow a swim bait hook, like you guys just saw. Then he went up shallow and he just started looking. Kent is really good at fishing smallmouth, and that's a lot of his confidence in fishing them shallow is kind of in his confidence realm as well. So here he's just up there looking. We had a few calm days on Oneida, and part of his game plan was to just look and see if there was a population of smallmouth that lived shallow. So this is what he was doing for most of the practice day today.
That is a really good sign. Finally, fish on a cleanup bait. Smaller one. Ouch. I don't know how long I spent on this spot. Threw all the power baits and a couple other bigger ones. And nothing. Except for the old Deadly Nedley. Hit the bottom, drug it once, and it was heavy. So, I don't know if that's a sign or not, but the 2-pounder. Again, these are not top 20 check range winning fish we're on, but
you never know, they could be around. And I'm not really on a pattern. So, just checking all these spots we spent, or at least most of them. Some of them are different than the others, but checking them to make sure that, see what we got for fish. If anything even lives out here, I spent 4 hours wasting time. Got a couple. Over 3.5, something like that. Trying to hide. More guys have showed up. Oh. I don't know how that works. Changes up to a spinnerbait. Come on, scale. Change up to a spinnerbait. And he bit it right next to the freaking boat. Like, didn't even give me a chance to. Like, not set the hook. That guy's coming this way. Come on, people, just leave me alone. 3-pounder. Should have been keeping track of how we're doing today, but there we go. Oneida Largie. Recap. We scanned for 4 or 5 hours this morning. It was boring. But necessary. Went back and fished a lot of this stuff. Thought we had a pattern going. Did not. Or at least it stopped. Something changed. I don't know what did. We'll see. Sounded like Kenny didn't get a whole lot. I haven't talked to him, got the full scoop off yet. He had to get off the water early. But get back to camp, talk to him, and see what the deal is. So we'll see you tomorrow. What's crack-a-lacking, everybody? Oh, we're getting out. Do some fishing. Oh, now I want to run right through this weed patch. Yeah, that's what we're here to do. But after we get done fishing the shallow stuff, we're gonna buzz through here quick with a buzz bait or frog or something. And then I don't know what we're gonna do. Don't know what we're gonna. Main lake stuff, I fish very small areas, so we might try and go fish for some smallmouth. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll figure something out. We will figure something out. That's what we're here to do. So. After all this bull crap, finally got one. And it's a 2-pounder. It didn't come anywhere I thought it was gonna be. I thought it'd be in the grass. Didn't come from in the grass, came from out in the open cruising. It's an angry fish. Almost 2 1/4. It is 11:30. We started at 6:30. This is our first bite. My shallow hunch didn't work, and that fish doesn't really give me much confidence. And I just found out that my GoPro is gonna die, so probably not gonna get much of today on film. So hopefully Kenny's filming. Hopefully he's catching.
What's going on, guys? Another beautiful morning out here on Oneida Lake. Getting a little bit of a later start this morning. I catch up on a little sleep, I guess. It's about 7 o'clock. I think Ethan's been out for a couple hours already. He's pushing it hard, so good for him. But it seems pretty flat so far. I'm going to try and run around and check a few more things. Practice yesterday for the first day. Didn't really get dialed in yet, so I still need to kind of figure out what I'm looking for and then expand from there. But yeah, hopefully dial in on at least kind of a depth range that I want to focus on, and then start scaling more in that depth range and find some fish. So that's the plan. Stay tuned. Down there and just dragging the drop shot along. Ended up getting a bite, but he popped off. Not really sure why they're popping off, but this technique seems to be working pretty good. I'm going just kind of with the wind and throwing at everything that I see. Spending a lot of time just dragging the tube as I go along and pitching drop shot out at the fish that they see on the graph. So out here in Oneida Lake, and seems to be a pretty good bite, getting decent numbers. They're not all huge by any means, but we'll keep going with it. What's up, everyone? It is practice day number 3. I'm just getting out here. It is 10 o'clock in the morning, and if you know me, you know I'm a dark to dark fisherman. I get up early and launch right at sunrise and fish all the way till dark. But ran into some issues yesterday, and it's no one's fault but my own. I was getting this boat ready to sell, and left an access panel off up by the trolling motor pedal because there's some wires that I was running that I'm gonna have to undo basically after this tournament to sell the boat. Well, my haste definitely made waste in this situation here, because I took some waves over the front of the boat when I was spot locked out in some big wind, big water yesterday, and that ended up filling all of my compartments with water. So I had 6 inches plus of water in all my front storage compartments. So it was tackle and jigs and crankbaits, spinner baits, everything, you name it. Even some of my electronic stuff, battery packs, SIM cards, I mean, everything was flooded. So I spent a couple hours last night, well, more like 4 hours last night, kind of taking everything out, setting it out to dry so that my hooks didn't get rusty. And fortunately, I don't think too much of my stuff got damaged, but it was just really time consuming. Sucked all the water out with a shop vac that I went and bought, and had to get reorganized this morning, taking all that tackle out. It's hundreds of pieces of tackle that I took out. I had to put it back into boxes and get everything organized. It took absolutely forever. Just not something I like here. But we made it through it. We got a few more things to organize tonight. That'll probably take me a couple more hours, but I can do that after dark. Hopefully we can figure some things out today. Mentally, I'm back in it. I know if I would have left things wet and soaking that I would have been spinning out. So I'm glad I got everything taken care of and ready to go fishing. Nice day out today. All right, check in later.
This guy knows I'm on him, so he keeps trying to steal my waypoints.
Are you fishing here?
Not anymore. You can have it. The whole.
If I work in with it?
Yeah, the whole 2 miles of it. Go ahead.
What's going on, man?
Just marking rock. How is everything going over there now?
Took forever, but I got most of it done.
Good.
I got a few things drying out in the camper still, but yeah, most of it's done.
Good. We got a little bit more scanning to do here, and then we're going to step up and we're going to start doing some fishing, I think. I know this place is going to get pounded, but everywhere is going to get pounded, it seems like, out here. So we're going to do step up here, do a little fishing, fish these spots that we are hopefully scanning that have fish on them, and go from there. Hopefully Kenny can figure them out today. All right, after a bunch of scanning, 3-4 hours, we're gonna start fishing. Hopefully we get some bites out here, otherwise we're kind of lost in the ocean today. But anyway, happy July 4th, America's birthday. We need to catch a fish today, and then I can't remember the streak. I'll have to look back on Facebook and Instagram, but I've caught a fish or a bass on July 4th since I was like 4 or 5 years old. So close to, could be over 20 years if we get one today. So here we go, no pressure. Here's my 4th of July fish right there. 2.5. They look smaller than they are. Nobody around. Picture and we'll get this sucker back. Happy 4th of July.
Bite yet, but all I'm doing is pretty much staying shallow and looking for them. So I found, I think maybe 4 fish that I think are over 3 pounds. So that's doing pretty good, I think. So I'm gonna stick with this for a little while longer and then probably go back offshore and try and figure something out deep. So it doesn't make for a very good practice video, but hopefully it'll work out for the tournament.
heck out of them. First cast in there with the finesse. Three and a quarter. I don't know.
Yo, it is the end of practice on practice day 3, first official practice day, and just on my way back into the ramp. Today was, I don't know, I'd say a little productive in that I found some shallow fish that I'm not sure if I'll be able to sight fish them, but I know are some good size fish were today for what that's worth. Hopefully I'll have a chance to sight fish them, but if not, I might still go in that area and try and fan cast around where I saw them exactly. I'm fairly excited about the shallow fish that I did find, so overall I rated a pretty good practice day, and now I'm just heading in, gonna have some dinner with Ethen, and it's 4th of July, so we're gonna have some burgers, and looking forward to that, and gonna hit it hard tomorrow. So full day of practice tomorrow. Gonna get up early and stay out late, and hopefully find something really good. So that's it for day 3.
All right, that is going to conclude the 4th of July journey today. A few rock bass, smallmouth, and a largemouth. Tomorrow's Tuesday. We got one full day, got a day and a half left to practice, and then we get to unwrap the present and see what our tournament looks like. So, see you tomorrow.
What's going on, guys? It is practice day number 3. No, excuse me, number 4. It's Tuesday. And just got out here this morning, and I don't know if you can tell, but it's pretty bumpy, so I don't know how much filming we're going to get in today. Might just leave the GoPro in the compartment so I don't ruin it. But it's supposed to rain all day today too, so rough day for filming, but we'll go see how things are looking. Actually, I don't mind this wind. I think it improves fishing on this particular lake, and also it kind of gives me an idea of what it's going to be like on the tournament day, because this wind is out of the east, and that's what they're calling for the tournament. So, well, we're going to go check it out, and practice day number 4 begins.
Good morning, everybody. Don't know if you can tell yet or not, but it's east wind on Oneida, and everybody's been telling me that once you get an east wind, it's going to be rough. This is the first east wind we've really gotten since I've been here, and it says 7 miles an hour. Remember I told you yesterday how I need to find stuff out of the wind, because on Thursday more than likely we're going to have an east wind? Yeah. So, my primary 2 areas, probably not looking good if this is only 7. So we're gonna have to adjust. I'm gonna try and spend today and maybe part of tomorrow, because we only get half day tomorrow, to try and be able to find something, expand something, to be able to fish efficiently. So yeah, here we go. Kenny just got in. Just saw him at the ramp there. I should just probably put my rain gear on now, because I'm gonna get wet. But that's how it works. We'll see if the trolling motor will stay in the water today. Probably not. I had to put you guys away for a little bit, because as you can tell, the winds come up, and it was raining, like drizzling, stuff like that. Lose my life jacket here. But fishing around a little bit. We did get something. Look at that! Supper! Kenny's the only one that's brought in a walleye that we cleaned. I gave that one away early in practice, but 17-inch walleye. And yeah, we're gonna keep fishing. And I got one other shrimp walleye, like 10 inches, something like that. I think the minimum is 15 inches out here to keep. But so if nothing else, tomorrow we'll each have a walleye to eat. But yeah, otherwise it's been really crappy, weather-wise and fishing-wise. But expanding new areas, like I said. Well, it's been raining, so completely soaked, and found some new rock and stuff here, and then yeah, I decided to go shallow for like 3 minutes, and I threw a spinnerbait, and I've got one that I just caught, but there's like a boat ramp here that I didn't know about, and there's all kinds of people around, but just actually ate it like off the top. There, dug it out. There he is. Skinny. It's like a southern bass. That was an interesting development. It's the shallowest fish I've caught all week. We're leaving that spot. Long. Three-pounder. Just smoked a jerkbait on a rock pile. And yeah, I had two. Had that one, and I had another one come up and eat it, and I put electrical tape. I'll show you. I don't have any surgical tubing or anything, so I did this on the James River. It looks ugly as all get out, but electrical tape on my spinnerbait. 3 or 4 casts later, I was underneath the surface. One came up and ate it too. So I don't know what it is about this little area, but I didn't really want to set the hook on that one. But that was a jerkbait bite. It's tough because I want to use an active bait to see if you can get a bite on it, and you just hook a 3-pounder. So nice thing about this spot though is it's like, from what I found, it's the juiciest spot in the bay. So we're moving on.
Oh, what's going on, guys? This is the end of practice day number 4. That's a wrap on practice. Man, I don't know. It was one fish here, one fish there, kind of all throughout practice. So that type of practice to me kind of indicates that I'm going to have to do a lot of running around, which I need to find a balance on that, because sometimes when I get in that mode, I start to feel like I'm scrambling, and I definitely don't want to be in that mindset. So I gotta fish slow and thoroughly, but fast, and jump around a lot, I think is going to be the game plan. So got one good one today on a jerkbait. Hopefully there's more fish in that area. I kind of boogered out of there right away after I caught that one. Spent some time offshore out in the wind, kind of bucking it, and drifting around in it, and didn't have a lot of success, just caught a couple small ones. So I don't know what that tells me about that whole way offshore program, but I don't know, it was gassing out there today too, so it made it hard to kind of target fish and made it hard to spot lock and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully with a little bit better wind conditions that they're forecasting, we'll be able to get to some of those fish that are out there. So anyway, it was always a good time out here on Oneida. It can be a little stingy, and it seems like it is right now, at least for me, and sounds like Ethen too, but we're getting some bites, and you only need 5, so get 5 quality bites and we'll be in good shape. Yeah, I'm excited for the tournament. I'm ready to go. Let's get it.
Good morning. Excuse me. Last day of official practice here, Oneida Lake. We're gonna check a little thing I have a hunch about, and then we're gonna get off the water, rig tackle, and we still gotta dry most of this boat out. It's still wet from yesterday's escapade, so try a little something here, 2-3 spots, and then we're gonna get off. I feel bad if I didn't check it. There's an idea. Try to go if any idea pops in my head to try fish something, run somewhere, whatever. I'm just gonna do it. Just trust your gut, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. If this is a waste of gas, it's a waste of gas, but we're gonna give it a whirl. Here we go. Probably didn't see that, but I got a bite. That's it, folks. Ooh. Yeah, it was 3 bites. 3 bites in 3 or 4 different spots. I don't know if this will play tomorrow, but it's just something that I had to get off my mind. Otherwise, I was going to maybe potentially run and do it in the tournament. Who knows? Depending on what the wind does tomorrow, we might go ahead and try that out tomorrow. So that's it. That wraps up the travel and practice video for Oneida Lake. At least for me in practice, it didn't show up to like what I was expecting in an upstate New York lake. Like I expected to catch tons of smallmouth, tons of largemouth, like small ones, you know, like 1-pounders, like everywhere I went, and it was just kind of a barren wasteland. I got more bites than I did on the James River, but I don't know if it's me, the way I'm practicing, the baits I'm throwing. I don't know what it is, but come tomorrow, we'll find out if what we found. Unfortunately, what I find in the last tournament and this one's probably going to be community holes, so I'm going to have to fish around a lot of people, but that's the complete opposite of what I wanted to do. But we'll see how she rolls. So be sure check out
all of Kenny's stuff, his social media. I'll have them in the link below in the description and on the screen here, but check them out, and also let us know in the comments. This is a series that we're going to be doing, so it's 3 videos per series. James River, you guys have seen all those, the practice video, tournament video, and a recap video, and then this one practice, blah blah blah, and then the next one in September is the Upper Chesapeake Bay. That's the last of the Northern Opens.